Alright, I've owned this Pro TIG for about 6 months, maybe more. I think I bought it back in May, somewhere around that. I'd like to do a review. This is December, mid-December, just before Christmas. This is the Pro TIG 200. I bought it for about $1,000. It does DC stick, AC DC TIG, high frequency start, and I've got a scratch start TIG rig that I hook up to it when I don't want to use the foot pedal. And here's the scratch start. Get it out. It's a Miller scratch start rig. I just hook that up to the the stick side of it, hook it all together, and then turn it to DC stick, and then you got a scratch start TIG rig. But that's the point. I like to tell you what I do, what I don't like about this machine. There's not a lot that I don't like, but there's a whole lot that I do like. I've been welding with this today just to pass the time. The only thing I do not like about this machine is the gauges that came with it for the argon, which I don't have that anymore. I actually sold those with another welder just to get them out of here. I actually went back and bought this one. It's just their ball valve, because the what told you how much was in the tank pressure and how much was in it, was not working on the other one at all that came with it. This will tell you how much in the tank right here and how much flow is coming in and out by that little ball. A lot simpler, a lot easier, a lot more reliable. What I do like about this machine is I've never put it on its duty cycle, and I've welded with it for hours and hours and hours. Could not get it to weld its duty cycle. I even tried it out today, and I guess it's because this huge fan in the back. I bet that's like a 10-inch fan, or like an 8-inch fan. It's huge, and it runs all the time. And that's the good thing about it, is because I've had some welders that just hit duty cycle after like 2 rods. But the one thing I do like about it is the digital display right here. I really do like that. You can go down one. You can tell you exactly what amp. I hated the welders that you just had to guess. It's sort of a pain to guess between 90 and 100. Like the one I used at school, I've been in welding school for about 6 to 8 months. It's just got the gauge that goes between 75 and 100. And you have to guess between there where it's at. That's not really practical. As you can see, you got them go up and down one by one. But this welder also does something new that I've never used. It's pulse. I've been playing with it, and it does like, point something of a second, all the way up to like, I think it's 200 pulses a second. And I've actually used it on 200. It just sounds like a fan buzzing in the background. But you see, it's got DC stick, DC TIG, DC pulse. You've also got AC. Sorry for the lighting. You got AC side, AC frequency, AC balance, AC pulse, AC amps. I have used the AC and it does work good. I've heard of like 1 or 2 reviews. I do like this guy, and on here I've watched him for a couple of years. That Chucky 2009 guy, I've watched him for about 3 or 4 years. I think it's just where he's a sponsored person, that he doesn't like the cheap welders. Everlast sponsors him, so does Fronius and all those other people, all the higher end stuff. They want you to buy their stuff. Well, this is $1,000. Harbor Freight introduced this as the industrial grade of their weld line. I've had it almost about a year. The only thing I did when I went right back to the store, I bought that gauge, and I also bought their welding cart with the drawers in it. This is actually the floor model. It still has the sticker underneath it. I do like the fact that this thing has a DINS connector hook up. You take them right off. hook them back in, and it's got little things down here that tells you that's the TIG part, and that's the stick, and it's also the ground, and that's the this is the positive, this is the negative. So right now I got it set up for stick welding. We've got the stick lead over here and the negatives over here. Now one thing I did find out, that you do not have to unhook the foot pedal to use the stick. You can just leave it in because it remembers it. It's got a memory setting. I've had this thing unplugged for like a week or two, and these settings are still in this machine. Does not unremember. It's got little capacitors in there that saves the memory card. I just like to tell you this. I don't have any TIG welding set up, or TIG welding welds to show you, but it does weld pretty good. The rig is, I give it about like a C, a B or a C on a scale, a high C. The stick rig, it's alright. The only thing I don't like is right in here, they could have put like a grommet or something. You could probably take this apart and put a grommet in there, because this is going to wear on the outside of that cord. But other than that, it's actually pretty good. It says on it 300 amps. I don't really believe that, but I've been using this about an hour ago. Also, this is 532 7018s all the way across, or 332 7018s all the way across. These are 532s all at the same time. I never stopped in between. I never hit the duty cycle. Just pretty surprising. Never hit it at all. I've been trying to push the machine and cannot get it to hit it. I just want to say this is a really good machine. I've burned a lot of boxes of rods with it. I've burned a whole lot of filler metal with the TIG rig. I've burned maybe about 8 tanks of argon through it, and it still runs perfect. Never had any problem with it. It's a really good machine. I'd recommend it to anybody that has the money in their budget. But if I was to buy this again, or if I had to, if I had a choice, I would. It's a pretty good machine. I give it a high B, because you know there are more out there like a Fronius or all that really fancy stuff. But if you're a homeowner, I give this about an A. This is like the best you can probably get. This outdoes the Lincoln to me and outdoes the Miller to me. So I've welded with a lot of Millers and I've welded with a lot of Lincolns. And Hobart to me is just junk in the first place. But this is a really good machine for the price, and I just want to show you all my opinion on it. Please subscribe, and see y'all later.